Okay, so our first video in 8.3 is just, in this first section, it's going to be the straightforward, I'll probably just do 1, 3, and 5 here. So if we look at our first question in the practice problems of 8.3, the instructions are important. Alright, you need to read to see what answers we're looking for. Is it just sine inverse? Is it all values from 0 to 2 pi? Or am I asking for all values beyond 2 pi even? So the instructions for 1 through 6 are find the exact values of the following equations from 0 to 2 pi. Alright, so we need exact values, and we're restricted to 0 to 2 pi. So first problem 1 is sine x equals, let's see, what does it equal? Square root 3 over 2. Well, to get x by itself, we're taking the sine inverse of both sides. So really it's sine inverse of sine just gives us our x. On the right side, it's sine inverse of the square root 3 over 2. So here we go. Sine inverse, we know we're restricted to quadrants 1 and 4. So we'll write that down. We're either 1 or 4. And automatically, we know since it's a positive square root 3 over 2, we're looking at quadrant 1. So where does sine give us square root 3 over 2 in the first quadrant? Well, the first time we see in quadrant 1, our square root 3 over 2 is at, yes, I'm pausing to see if you know it, at pi over 3. Alright, I would leave this in radian mode. I'm going to just finish this out in radian mode. Just so you know, that is 60 degrees. Okay, and let's see then. Alright, so here's our unit circle. Here's 0 degrees, here's now, our question is asking us, find exact values from 0 to 2 pi. Yes, we have found one answer. That's in quadrant 1. Now, we have to expand our horizon here and say, alright, we now know quadrant 1 is taken care of. Well, sine's negative down here in quadrants 3 and 4. But sine is positive in quadrant 2. So we need to have some other answer in quadrant 2. So let me kind of clean up some of this. Here. And what we're saying is we found that pi over 3 is our first answer. If you go clear back to chapter 6, I think, we can actually find another angle that has a reference angle of pi over 3. So if you put in your calculator pi over 3, you get square root 3 over 2. If instead you put in this value, this blue value, in your calculator, you'll still get square root of 3 over 2. Also, if you look at your unit circle, the x and y coordinates on the unit circle will be the exact same values. And the reason is this angle here and this angle here have what we call the same reference angle. If you don't remember what reference angles are, you better look those up. Just go back, I think it's again chapter 6. Look up definitions, or just ask me. I can re-explain what they are. But the bottom line, we know pi over 3 is our first answer. Our reference angle of pi over 3 here gives us a blue angle of 2 pi over 3. So our other answer for question 1 is 2 pi over 3, which is just twice 60, or 120 degrees. So that's it. Question 1, because we're looking at 0 to 2 pi, we find our first inverse angle, pi over 3, but then we expand that to all values, quadrants 1 through 4. And sine and cosine will always have two answers. I guess with the exception of 1 and -1, that only happens once in 0 to 2 pi. But we won't see that on the test. So if you have more questions on this one, please let me know. Otherwise, we're moving on to question 3 in the next video.